In this first example, in Colunga stretta with the left foot in front, you're going to provoke a thrust to the opponent's face. Now, Anonimo says here they'll use the false edge to impede or parry this. So it's not a large action that's necessary here to keep that out of the face. Just think of this. He's just trying to keep it out of the face there with the false edge. And I move a little bit forward with my front foot when I do so. I don't want to be struck by that, so I turn my hand down and step forward and strike the head with a mandrito. So that's the first option here. You can draw your hand back a bit, that's fine. Provoking thrust. Here, not a tramazzone, but a mandrito, so using your elbow and shoulder strike for the head. Ideally, I want to be gaining that moment while he's trying to hit my sword. I'm hitting his head. So there's a moment I'm trying to capture there. The other option here is make the same provocation and strike the leg. Now, he says to advance the front foot a bit when you make the provocation, and then step your dominant foot toward his left side, making sure that this foot here goes behind here, so that you're in porte di ferro stretta. He doesn't suggest an exit here, which is not typical, but once you've done this, you can always back off to a safe position. I recommend that. And there's the offense part. And back off. Now to counter this, when we're in this position, when he throws something for my face, a thrust, I do want to try to block that. I do want to, and the false edge is the easiest thing to do here, is you see how use your false edge to stop something. Now, when he avoids that, I could just parry this in guardia di testa. We do this, but that's not the counter here, because he can just as easily strike me in the leg, and I'm done. So the counter here is to remove your entire self from his blow and strike his hand with a half cut, a half mandrito of my own, going back into porte di ferro stretta. So there's your counter to that. False edge, true edge. So I make my false edge action that puts my sword in a perfect place to turn the hand over. And no matter if he's striking at my leg, I can hit his hand. If he's striking my head, I can hit his hand. Doesn't matter where he's hitting, I just keep my eyes on his sword hand and strike it.